Stay with us. We've got VIP tickets to attend an event at one of the following race circuits courtesy of Octagon Motorsport. So one of these three could be off to the Formula One, British Grand Prix or even the British Superbike Championships. Plus, Mercedes-Benz have sent us these lovely coasters and we've got a great teddy bear and we've got a Westfield cap. Who's Westfield? Great kit cars. And we've got T-shirts from GrandPrixLegends.com and, I don't know what. And Chrysler sent us a desk clock. We've got this rucksack from Jeep and, Smart have given us this cool bag. And I think this lot will be struggling to carry it all home by the looks of things. Let's see if they can give us the asking price. So let's just recap. The cars we're going to show you are genuinely for sale, and we ask our contestants to guess what the asking price is. There's a point for the person whose guess is closest, which becomes 2 points if they get within 50 quid. And we give 3 points for a direct hit. And of course, if two people make the same guess, they'll both get the same points. So with us tonight, Amanda Savary, Amanda with Auto Trader. Wonderful, thank you for joining us. Dan Robinson works for Auto Sales Support, and Dave Marsden, who's an Auto Freeway rep. And we're going straight on with the game, and we're off to see what Brendan's found for us this week.
I can't stand things that are cute. I don't like the word cute. I don't like the sentiment behind the word cute. It's somehow so sentimental. I can't stand it when people tell me my little girl's cute. Dogs are cute. My little girl's beautiful. She's got big ears and no hair, but beautiful. And cars, some of them are cute, and none more so than this. It is a Renault Clio 1.4 RT, and it's a car that was marketed as cute. It has everything that a woman of 22 could ever need. Colour-coded bumpers, vanity mirrors, and a stereo stuck on Radio 1. And just so you can work out the asking price, it is a 94 M registered with 61,000 miles on the clock, and there's quite a bit of evidence to support that mileage, I can tell you. It also has central locking, electric windows and mirrors, a full service history, and a very cute interior velour upholstery. What's the asking price? Ask me, do I care?
Does he care? OK, nice. Start thinking about it. Write down your prices. It's a very nice Renault Clio 1.4 RT, but it's got 61,000 on the clock and it's M registration. What sort of price will the dealer have that up for on his forecourt? And think about that mileage as well. Will that bring the price of the car down a bit from what you might have thought? So, Amanda, Renault, is that the sort of car that comes up on your classified ads?
It sure does, a lot of times.
What do you think it's worth?
Knowing the dealers, 3,500.
3,500. OK, Dan, what do you reckon?
2295.
2295, substantially down on Amanda there. And Dave, what do you think it's worth?
I think a little bit more there, Chris. 2995.
2995. OK, let's go and see what the car sold for.
Now, don't tell anyone I told you this, but I actually quite like this car. It's a belter with loads of performance, but we've all got an image to uphold, you understand. The asking price is £2,995.
Go, 2995. Dave, absolutely smack on the nose. Very well done. Give you 3 points for that. So let's try another round. This time we're looking at supercars. Let's go and see what Glenda's found for us.
The world is full of famous underdogs. Eddie the Eagle Edwards, Frank Bruno, Darius Dinesh, and we all love to cheer them on. But at the end of the day, we know they're going to lose out to their more superior rivals. Maserati are another famous underdog, always playing second fiddle to their more famous fellow Italians. So they've really had to pull something special out of the bag to compete with Ferrari. Some may see it as the underdog, but it is far from that, with its limited edition Assetto Corsa styling pack, sport suspension and 19-inch alloys. And it doesn't stop there, as the interior is equally impressive with its black leather upholstery. It's a 51 registered car with 3,000 miles on the clock. So, is the underdog overpriced? What is the asking price?
There you go. Maserati, what's the asking price? Start thinking about it and start writing. So, beautiful Maserati there. only done 3,000 miles, so somebody has been taking very good care of it, and on a 51 plate. Lovely looking car, leather interior, great heritage. I think a bit unfair about Maserati always being the bridesmaid. A wonderful marque that has a wonderful history in racing. Time up. Dan, how do you fancy that car?
55,000.
£55,000. Dave?
I'm going to go a bit less. I'm going to go 38,995. 38,995.
995. Very professional pricing there. And Amanda?
I'll go just a bit higher, 42.
I bet you don't see many Maseratis, do you?
Of course we do.
You do?
Of course we do.
Still quite a rare bird. So, anyway, let's have a look and see what that Maserati made.
It might be the underdog, but it's not underpriced at £57,000.
£57,000. Dan, you get a point for that. Very close at £55,000. And I have to say, that Maserati is a supercar to drive. Our third round is with Lynn, and that's one of my favourite rounds because it features classic cars. Let's have a look at this.
Me and this car have got two things in common. A sunshine personality and a growl like a Bengal tiger. So what is it? It's a 1964 Sunbeam Tiger. This wolf in sheep's clothing model blended the Alpine body shell with an American Ford V8 engine, taking it up to 4.9 litre engine. And it's got a Holly carb. This immaculate sports car certainly lives up to its name, and it's been uprated to road, rally and sprint spec. And it's even won 3 sprint championships. It was restored in 1991 and the invoices scarily total over £30,000. And since then, it's only done 2,000 miles on the clock. Let me tell you, this is no pussycat. This is a beast.
Well, a real beast there. Somebody spent £30,000 on the restoration, but bear in mind you never get your money back on restoration. Time starts, 20 seconds to think about it, start writing. I have to say, one of my favourite cars. I'm intrigued with 4.9 litres because they were 4.7 standard, so that means it's been heavily tuned as well. Big roll cage in there, and if you find a motoring motorsport enthusiast, would they really give their eye teeth for that car? Time's up. Dave, a really fierce Sunbeam Tiger there. How do you value it?
Well, it looks like a good all-round classic to me, Chris. I'm going to go for 10,450 on that one.
10,450. Amanda?
Oh, I'll go for about 6,000.
6,000 for a Tiger? It's a wonderful motor car. OK,
but so.
and Dan?
I think slightly higher, 6,500.
6,500. You're mad. They're wonderful, wonderful vehicles. I mean, they're just like an AC Cobra, but half the price, but never mind. OK, let's go and see what that dealer thought that Sunbeam Tiger was worth.
Ooh, sorry. How much do you reckon? £18,500. Raw!
18,500. Well, actually, to be fair, I think that's a really good price for that car because the restoration costs so much money, and as you know, you never get your restoration costs back. But even so, fully race prepared, and I've seen Tigers in historic rallying, and people are paying a lot of money for them. So, Dave, closest there, £10,450. Well done, give you a point for that. Let's have a look at the scores so far. Amanda, yet to score, but doing frightfully well, but yet to score. Dan, you've got 1 point there, and Dave, 4 points. Now on to our quickfire round, and we'll be revealing pictures of cars slowly. You buzz when you think you can guess within £1,000 of that car's list value. Points go down as time moves on. You only get one chance each to guess. Here's the first car. 5 points on offer. What is it? Buzz as soon as you know what it is. Dave?
It looks like a Lexus IS 200. I'm going at £20,000.
No. Between Amanda and Dan, Dave, you're out. Let's look back at the car. 4 points on offer. 3 points on offer. Dan?
Lexus IS 200, £19,500.
Yeah, I'll let you have that. Lexus IS 200 2-litre manual, £18,615. Let's look at the next car. Buzz as soon as you know. Dead giveaway that. Dave?
It's a Mercedes A-Class.
Yes, how much?
For that particular one, I think I'm going to go at around 16,000.
You're out. So, Amanda and Dan, down to you. Look at the pictures. Amanda?
Mercedes A-Class. I'd say 12,500.
You're out, so it's down to you, Dan. What do you think the car is? How much? So it's
Mercedes A-Class, 14,500.
you're all down. It's that one is 18,990 for the Evolution. So one more. Familiar shape. Dave,
It looks like the Fiat Stylo.
what's it selling for?
Going for 14.5 there, Chris.
No, you're out. So it's between Dan and Amanda. Let's have another look.
Fiat Stilo, 16,500.
No, Amanda. What's that car and what's it worth?
It's a Fiat Stilo, and I'd say about 17,000.
Oh, you all think Fiats are worth a lot of money. That Stilo 3-door 1.2 is only £10,835. OK, here's one to keep you guessing over the break. It's the actual bottle of champagne that was presented to Hans-Harald Frentzen on the podium after his maiden Grand Prix win at Imola in 1997. And he signed it. Join us after the break to see just how much it's worth. So, what was your guess for this week's memorabilia, that champagne bottle signed by Frentzen? Well, they say it's worth £1,000, which is considerably more than some of us here in the studio thought it was worth. OK, back to the game now, and we're off down the auction. Let's see what they found.
We've done our nosing round again, and don't forget that we're looking for the actual selling price in this round, what the car went under the hammer for. Now this week we've got a Vauxhall Omega CDX. It's a 1994 model on an M plate with 75,000 miles on the clock. It's an estate, so it'll be very practical, and it's in reasonable condition, but it does need a clean. It's very well equipped and should have plenty of life left. So, what did it go for on the night?
Well, there you go. What did it go for on the night? Start thinking about it and start writing. There you are, a nice Vauxhall Omega Estate CDX on an M plate, 94, 75,000 miles on the clock. Sounds a lot, but the Omega has a good reputation for toughness and reliability, so 75,000 shouldn't be too much of a disincentive for the trade, but bear in mind it's those guys in their sheepskin jackets. OK, Amanda, what's that estate car going to go for?
I'd say around 4,200.
4,200, the hammer falls. Dan, what do you reckon?
I say lower at 2,500.
Quite a difference there. And Dave, where are you?
I'm going to go a little bit more there, Chris. 3,000.
3,000, bang in the middle. So let's go back down the auction and see what it made.
Goes twice. All in and gone at 24. Very close on that, Michael. Thank you.
OK, there it goes, driving out of the auction hall. Dan, yes, you're closest there, £2,500. Give you a point for that. Very well done. OK, on to our private sellers round. Let's see who Lynn has found.
Today's private sale is a J-Reg 92 Polo Fox. Now, personally, grey cars just don't cut the mustard for me, but I'm not the one buying the car, so hey. Now, this earlier model of a Polo reminds me something of a bread fan. But again, that's personal taste. Now, these earlier models were prone to rust, so I'm going to check this out really carefully. And in fact, it's looking pretty good for a car this age. No rust at all, nothing that a car wash wouldn't solve. Now, what about the inside? Let's check it out. Now, the first thing that I notice when I get inside this little car, the seats are a little bit saggy. Now, does that indicate a bit of in-car action for our third owner, who's clocked up 63,000 miles on his little 1-litre baby? So, all in all, a bit of a tip, but I'm sure it's nothing that a bit of air freshener, a vac and a fluffy dice wouldn't solve. So, how much will you pay me for my little grey bread fan?
That's just the sort of car that people buy for their kids as a first car. Start writing, start thinking about it. Private owner sale, it's a 10-year-old Volkswagen Polo. It's done 63,000 miles. It's the 1 litre, so cheap insurance, cheap to run. As I say, ideal car for a parent to buy for their kid. What do you think the owner wants for it? So, Dan, nice little Volkswagen Polo there. What do you think she wants for it?
I think she'll want $1,250 for that, Chris.
£1,250. Dave, what do you think they want for it?
Oh, to be honest, Chris, I'm not going to give her any more than $750 for that one.
£750 for that car. And Amanda?
I'm going to go even lower, £450.
You thought it was a bit tatty round the edges for that sort of money.
Yes.
All right. $450, says Amanda. Let's see what the lady wanted for her car.
So, reliable Volkswagen it may be, but to me, it's just a little old grey bread van. So, give me $750 and it's yours.
$750 for it. Well, look at that. Dave, smack on the nose. We give you 3 points for that. Very well done. OK, a final chance to reverse the order, our second quickfire round. The points go down, remember, as more information is revealed. Fingers on the buzzers. Let's look at the first car. As soon as you know what it is, give us a buzz. Dave.
It looks like a Santa Fe.
And how much?
Going at 13,000.
You're out. So, between Amanda and Dan, what is it? What's it worth? That gives you a clue. Very new car. Nobody knows. Give us a guess.
A Mazda.
And what do you think it sells for?
I'd say roughly 17,500.
Dan, it's down to you. What do you think that... Yes?
Mazda four-wheel drive,
Yeah.
18,500.
Not quite close enough. That's the... You're quite right. It's the 3-litre four-wheel drive car. 21,750. Let's have a look at another one. As soon as you know.
Looks like the new Volkswagen Polo.
And what do you think they want for it?
For that one, I think they're going to want 11,000.
And you're out. So, between Amanda and Dan...
New Volkswagen Polo,
Right.
I'd say 15,000.
15,000 for a Polo. And you're out. So, Dan, what do you think that...
Volkswagen Polo, 12,500.
You're all way over. Volkswagen brought their prices don't forget. That's down to just over 8,000 quid. So, just under 8,000 quid. So, last car. That's easy.
Looks like the Citroen Picasso.
Yes, how
I'm
much?
going to go 11,995.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Zara Picasso 1.6, that's 12,795, unless you buy one that's been imported from Ireland, they tell me, which is the current way of doing things. So, yeah, that's very well done. Dave, you obviously know your Citroen Picassos. They're selling like hotcakes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite a good seller at the moment, Chris.
And the dealers are anxious to get rid of them.
Well, I wouldn't like to comment on that, but yeah.
You're taking lots of orders for them. OK, let's see how that affects the final scores. And those are... Amanda, you have yet to score, but very well done. Dan, you got 4 points, and Dave roared away with 12 points, despite the fact that on the quickfire rounds you kept consistently either under or overvaluing the motor cars. Amanda, you were telling me that you're the senior magazine. These guys are just mere acolytes who depend on you for their livelihood. So how do you explain these scores?
Oh, they've just got me. I knew I'd freeze up as soon as I got in here. I beat them all day, and as soon as I've got in, they've got me.
You're going to have to live it down.
I'm going to have to live it down then.
OK, very well done, you two, anyway. Both Dan and Dave, very, very quick on the buzzers, and well done on the quick fires. And Dave especially, 12, very good score. We don't see that very often, so very well done. That means that Dave is through to our final payoff round. But before we go on to that, we've got prizes for everyone. Here are the T-shirts, those super coasters from Mercedes-Benz, that lovely teddy bear, the rucksack and the cool bag. What have I forgotten? Oh, yes, and the cap. So Dave's through, and we're going to show him one more car. Now, if he can guess within £2,000 either side of this next car's asking price, he'll win the VIP circuit tickets in addition to what he's already got. So now you can ask the other two for their advice if you value it, but do you trust them to be truthful? Here we go. Take a look at this car.
Well, thanks everyone for coming. I've got something I want to share with you that's a bit embarrassing. You as well. My name's Brendan and I like Volvos. I like Volvo estates. I love them. Now, I know that's, but that's my problem. I'm dealing with it. And already, just saying it to you, I feel a sense of relief. You see, I like Volvos when they were rubbish. It's like supporting a football club that gets promoted and they become good and everyone catches on. Well, I've loved Volvos since they were bobbins, and now that they're all trendy and city and website designer cars. One of the reasons is this huge boot. Look at the size of it. No other car can compete with this. You can get a football team in there, or as my dad did, the local SDP constituency party. There are other reasons why it's good. Have a look. Like all Volvo estates, this car is hugely practical. In the back seat there, you've got an integrated child seat. If, like me, you've got a little one and a small child. Inside, it's fully kitted. Have a look at this. It's gorgeous. Inside and out, this V70 Classic is in fantastic condition. It's got beautiful leather upholstery, which is in top-notch nick. Air conditioning, power-assisted steering, as you would imagine. ABS, a nice set of alloys. It's a 2.4 petrol manual. It's W registered April 2000, and it's got 32,000 miles on the clock, so reasonably high. And the colour, that's beautiful. It's kind of a silvery pearly. Officially, there is a necklace of pearl. What's the asking price?
Well, there you go. Big old Volvo estate, Dave. Consult if you feel like it. Off you go, 20 seconds. A V70 W Reg, 32,000. Lovejoy special. All the antique dealers love them. Good residual prices. It's not that old. It's obviously been cared for. It's a nice car. W Reg, time's up. So, Dave, tell me what you think that car's worth.
I think I'm going to go for about £13,000 there, Chris.
£13,000. Mm-hmm. OK, let's see just what the car is worth.
A beautiful V70 Volvo here. I was, of course, joking about the necklace of pearl colour. It is, in fact, electric jism. The asking price is £14,499.
40. You're in. You win the star prize. Very well done indeed. OK, that's it for this week's asking price. Here's another one for you at home. Put these 3 cars into their correct order of value. We've got the Citroën C3, BMW X5 4.6 and Fiat Maria, the weekend version. And the answer to that quiz is on our website, of course, and that, as you all know by now, is on www.menandmotors.co.uk. We've enjoyed this week. See you next time on Asking Price.
Electric jism, better than sperm. But well, then we've got all bases covered.